selection, everyday low prices, with friendly staff who are always willing to lend a hand. Now, before you go into the Cost Less Liquor Store, if you want to head over to their website, costlessliquorstore.ca, you can see their large selection of beer, wine, spirits. Maybe you're into the coolers or ciders, and they even have a new releases tab that shows you the new inventory that has come in. You got a budget, you want to shop below $25, hit the filter, bada bing, bada boom. You know exactly what you're getting into before you even hit the store. So make sure that you head over to costlessliquorstore.ca, check out their website, check out their products, and then make sure that you go and visit them at their store, which Chaps will give it to you right after this. I believe it's 2626 Vance Road in Prince George, British Columbia. Open 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Pitter patter. Let's get out there. Let's shop at Cost Less Liquor Store.
That's a great ad read right there.
Hey, yo.
That deserves a slow clap.
We are now live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, just so everybody knows.
Wait, since when?
Live. Since right now. Just
Oh,
happened.
okay, sweet.
Oh,
The 38-minute mark of the podcast.
yeah, you didn't
Missed the
tune
ad
into
read.
Ball talk.
No.
Oh.
The ad read was in there. That's why I specifically did it. Calm yourself.
No colonoscopy talk, no ball talk.
Chaps
Jesus.
just throws our consent out the window for all this crap now. He's going Rover.
The moment you post one post on Instagram, I will stop doing stuff without your fucking consent. How does that sound?
Carry on, sir.
Easy. Easy now. Getting a little outrageous there, fellas.
Hey, I share. If you want to look at the stories, Dean Rodacher Instagram, hit me up. I post a story once every 3 weeks or so.
when
Hey,
Chaps begs me to post a story, I will post a story. And the one that came in hot that I was super excited about was Kanzi. He came in the first 2 months posting the stories and posting stuff. I'm like, motherfucker, this is awesome. I don't have to do as much. I kicked back for a bit. Kanzi took the reins. And then all of a sudden I'm like, Kanzi
is he still alive?
Kanzi went from Rookie of the Year nominee to is that guy still in the league?
Yeah, he
Very
is not
quickly.
in the league. He is not in the league. He's Lamar Odom out of the league.
Whoa,
I was stoked too, man.
Whoa.
I was like, this dude's going to take so much pressure off me to do social media crap. And then he just vanished. I'm like,
Just
cool.
disappeared.
Then Chap's like, hey, ...
That's the rule. Have a good first season, sign that big payday, and then coast into the KHL, still under your NHL contract.
At one point, Chaps created a group chat that he wasn't even sure was your number
Yeah.
when there was an outage to see if you were alive. That's the kind of guy Chaps is. Chaps making
do
sure
it.
you're alive, one text message at a time.
Had to be done. I mean, Kanzi, over under, you do 2.5 Instagram. No, 0.5 Instagram posts this month, over under.
0.5 this month?
Yes, that's our one or none this month.
Does a share of a
One
story
post?
count?
Or like an original post?
Yeah.
An original post from you.
Ooh,
So
I'm
much
taking the
more.
under.
0.5.
I'm taking the under. Taking the under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
God, you guys are lazy fucks.
I would say I'd set the line at 3.5 for the entire team minus Chaps, and I would probably still take the under.
We're terrible pod mates. But we make up for it in good
We
luck.
got sweet sponsors again, so I might be able to work with that. I might
month
be
of
able to
March-
come up with something with that.
Month of March, I'll have at least 2.
My birthday's in March, yeah, so I'll post one
Hey,
for
there
my
you go.
birthday.
Hey, happy birthday to myself. Happy birthday, Kanzi.
I like to wish myself a happy birthday.
The resident old man of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 37, guys. Ugh.
Oh my God.
No,
What happened to your life?
I don't know.
You're
But,
the Tom Brady of our podcast group.
yeah.
It's true.
So I get to retire.
Are you already
Freedom
in,
37?
man.
Already-
I just gave away my severance package, so
I had to cash out my RSPs for this contest,
Yeah.
chaps.
I thought we were 4% matching on this podcast.
Oh, 4%.
There goes my kids RESB. RESB.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Tell you what you mean to me.
I thought the sports betting master was bankrolling this shit, man. Julian.
Hey, I just turned an
No.
$80 bet into 1300 tonight.
There
on
you
college
go.
basketball.
I will
didn't
be
even have
honest
to
with
play
you.
it out.
Chaps is funding this podcast and has been for about 8-9 months at this point now.
I will give you
Sounds like
$20.
Sounds like that bill is going to be expensive.
I just need to wait
Getting
for
up there.
payday.
Well then, I better
Yeah.
cash in on some of these other sports bets I have.
That's right. I would say all your totals are roughly at $200 each by this point now.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
Got it.
buy our merch.
My GoFundMe page is
Canada Truck Convoy.
you just drop the link in here.
GoFundMe. Hey, I got this podcast. It's super sweet, but I don't want to pay my own money for.
Yeah. Send yours.
Send yours,
Oh.
please.
Send your money.
It's true.
Too good.
So-
Too
Listen,
good.
this has been a fun year. And like I said, make sure you guys visit at No Instructions Needed Podcast on Twitter. Enter the contest. There's 2 different links or 2 different posts that you can enter on. Completely funded by Conzi, the whole contest. Can't believe he's doing it. And make sure you visit
All
facebook.com.
those long work hours equals overtime.
Facebook.com/No Instructions Needed Podcast. That one's all sponsored by the Big D. He will be giving that money fresh out of his wallet. So make sure you all visit there. And the Twitter page at No Ins Need Podcast. That contest is sponsored by the Big O himself. So there you guys go. Make sure you follow us everywhere. And be a friend, tell a friend.
Be a talent friend, tell a friend. Man, it's been a wild ride. And let's continue on this because there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in the sports world, but in just life in general. Obviously, we had a pretty serious conversation last week. We're going to try to keep it a little bit lighter. Does Canada, does the women's team even need to show up before the gold medal game, before they take it to the U.S.? Because, I mean, listen, Sweden lost in their opener against Japan 3-1. It was a bad game. Lost some ducats on that one. Okay, didn't see that one coming. But we're getting into the Olympics right now. Tons of sports. It seems like, you know, people are testing positive left, right, and center in China already. We all rallied around Japan last year. Are we getting excited again about these games in China, or is it kind of like Olympic fatigue? Is there an event outside of hockey that you plan on waking up early and watching? Let's go with Konzi and then the shoot around. Are we excited for the Olympics?
No, and I'm usually really
Okay.
excited for Winter Olympics. Like normally, I'm really stoked on Winter Olympics, but it just like you're saying, for all those reasons, like some sports have been hit with COVID already. I mean, you got the big change with the men's hockey. I can't get excited. It doesn't feel like a real Olympics. It feels like this kind of just patched together makeshift thing. I mean, I'm really happy it's still going. I'm really happy that these athletes have trained so hard, get to do it and compete. But I don't know. It's not pumping me up at all. I mean, especially with how many other cool things are happening in the sports world right now. It's kind of just like on the side for me.
Yeah, it seems like just a bit watered down, diluted, as you would say, just because we just had one like 8 months ago, and this is something like that you wait for, and you have one, and you have another right after. It's just like it's like a baseball off season, right? And then it's a new season again. You're like, okay, well, I'm not like that stoked. And the time changes, like, or the time that the events take place, like they're going on probably, I don't know, in a couple hours. I don't know what the time is in China, but I'll be sleeping, man. I gotta get my Z's, so I'll probably just watch like the highlights on YouTube if Canada wins a medal in something. Like moguls is tight. But yeah, it's kind of. I'm not gonna stay up or wake up early to watch these things. And the Summer Olympics is really good for that too, because like you have the final heat of the men's 100. You're like, okay, I'm gonna watch that shit, right? But like the final 8 slalom skiers, they're like, nah. I'll watch if there's a winning run. I'll watch it on YouTube or CBC Gem or whatever it is, and just get on with my day after that 5-minute video. It is what it is. It's too bad, but time zones are time zones.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm happy that the athletes get to do it. Cool. Go make that dough. Let's get it. Make the mama want to hit it. But it's the edible kicked in.
I'm back.
No, I listen. Athletes get to make their money. That's wicked. I just when it's not in like within a 5-hour time zone of us, it is like almost impossible to watch these things, and I just don't give a fuck about it. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Hey, that's fair, man.
Like
That's fair.
Summer Olympics, there's so many like events going on too. So like, oh, like 3 Canadians in the final heat and like freestyle, and then like 3 or those are women, and then there's like 2 Canadians in like the butterfly final, and they just like there's always like an opportunity for you to what like to witness greatness. And then this is like, I don't know, there's far less events, far less athletes. It's like, and every run is like 3 minutes long rather than like a quick like 2-minute where they all race against each other rather than individually go down the mountain or the skeleton or lose track. Skeleton also rules. But yeah, it's just like, it's so more drawn out, and there's no like, it's like, if I want to witness this great moment, I'm going to have to sit down for like 2 hours. And that's a time commitment, right? Who's got time for that shit? Me, maybe. You guys, you have kids? Not so much.
Impossible.
It's true. It is true. So I'm just putting some money on Team Canada to handle Finland.
Oh man, Finland is going down, especially after Julian made that bet.
What are the odds on that? There shouldn't even be odds on that.
It started. It was low this morning. It's gotten pretty high. Betting puck line. They're gonna get the dub with a couple extra goals here, but I don't know. I mean, for
puck
me,
line.
I guess some of this, puck line. Some of the cool things for me is like Shaun White's last Olympics. Yeah, I'm a big Shaun White guy. Again, you're not going to watch the entire event, but if he's in a final, you're going to turn that shit on. I don't know if Marky McMorris is still competing.
Yeah, McMorris is there. I was going to say, do you like McMorris?
Yeah, listen, I'm good with all those guys who break their faces on a half pipe for the sake of giving us some pretty cool shit. I mean, they put their body on the line to entertain the masses. They're never out there just, mailing it in. They're literally going for it and putting their bodies on the line. So I like seeing that kind of stuff. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the time zone sucks for sure. The National Hockey League players not being there sucks for the men's hockey. Old man Eric Stahl, El Capitan, is going to be there. Shit, we didn't even have our first option as head coach make it out to China because Roly Poly Oli fell on the ice and broke his ribs, and they had to replace him in Switzerland. So, I mean, kind of a shit show. Am I wrong to think that maybe the NHL All-Star Weekend might be better than all of the Olympics? Because there's some pretty cool shit going down the NHL All-Star Weekend. I'm just saying. Don't sleep on it. It's kind of cool.
I challenge anyone to watch a full curling match. Like, fun to do. I've done it before. It's fun. However, to watch it and a full like 9-end curling match, no, thank you. I'll watch on the last end to see if Canada takes the medal, but I'm not watching like the first end. It's like, yeah, it's like bocce ball, but like on ice, kind of. It's not tight. Fun to play.
You guys remember when the X Games was cool?
Oh yeah,
like the first X Games was like the coolest thing ever. Like,
what do you mean was
better? Well, do they still have them? I think I randomly saw them on TV.
Yeah, they do. They still have them.
But it's not like an event like it used to. Well, because the Olympics have stolen like half the shit that used to be on X Games anyway.
100%.
I feel like you're looking at it from a Canadian perspective, but let me just tell you, in the States, the X Games are still
Huge.
huge, man.
Cool.
Still, it's like a monster truck. I don't see the appeal, but like it still sells
Grave
out
digger.
shows. Exactly, grave Sunday. Like bring the whole family down. Eat for free when you buy 4 tickets plus tax and parking. Like, yeah, it's just it's it's just a little bit of a mess. But I don't know. I feel like the X Game's still a thing. Shout out Tony Hawk, you're a legend.
I mean, monster truck rallies are also pretty cool. Let's just make sure we understand that because they're really fucking awesome.
I've never been, but I'll take your word for it.
They're awesome.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. That big red truck is gonna run wild over you.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of sporting events or sports that people have forgotten, you guys remember Slam Ball too?
Oh,
On TNT, they need to bring Slam Ball back.
Let's go.
Except that it's like literally like the most dangerous sport you can play.
It's
Do
awesome.
you remember on One Tree Hill when Nathan Scott broke his
Yeah.
back, and then like on his comeback trail he played slam ball?
Fuck yeah, he
Nathan
did.
Scott.
Shout out,
Who
shout out
comes
Nathan
up with this
Scott.
shit?
Shout out Nathan.
And then he like went from
Scott.
slam ball to the NBA. It's like that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
It's the other way around.
yeah. Well,
That
here's
was
the
the
thing.
Go ahead.
So many lawsuits about the trampoline aspect of it. Then you add in like the physicality of it. There's no way you could have slam ball exist legally anymore. At least not in like North America. Maybe in like, I don't know, Russia.
Russia.
Yeah.
Russia, where they have like have you seen them like the group UFC fights in Russia?
Yeah.
Oh, those look intense. Like,
Or the face slap competition.
Oh, who wins our face slap competition?
Conti.
who's got power?
I'd say Kanzi.
Yeah, I got a glass jaw though.
Yeah, I feel. Oh, I was gonna say
That's a
Conti
problem.
looks like he could take a shot, but like, I don't know.
I've had like 17 conkies. Like, you guys will slap me once, I'll forget who I am. and piss
Okay,
myself.
Kanzi's gonna come in last then.
Might die.
I rescind.
He's plus 1,000 on the betting odds there to win,
Ah, worth a penny.
plus 2,500 to even show. So there you go.
That's it. I think those odds are greater than fucking losing.
Hey, fellas, works crazy. Can't make it to the slap comp.
The slap comp.
Kids are
Fucking
going
convoy
crazier.
again.
I'll get you next week.
It's funny. 8 weeks later. Hey, I'm back, guys. I heard the download numbers are up.
I hear we're more popular now. Let me reintroduce myself.
Did they actually go up while I was away? That's crazy.
I think they did.
Oh,
Well, every time I see like the summary on the email I get, I'm like, oh, we're doing pretty good.
We're trending up.
Maybe Conti does suck.
the fans are smoking.
Oh, this is fucking amazing.
Just joking, buddy. I love you.
Nathan Scott was involved in the biggest lie I ever told my wife.
Ooh, okay.
True story.
I think I'm down with this.
So my wife, when we first started seeing each other, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, knocking boots. We were so she's a huge One Tree Hill fan, right? And she came over to my room. She's like, "Oh, you watch One Tree Hill?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, every fucking week. Don't you worry, I watch it all the time." And she's like, "Oh, like," she started talking about it and whatever, right? She left my dorm room. I go over to Dean's room. I'm like, "Hello, Dean. I need to know everything I need that you know about One Tree Hill." Dean pretty much was just like, "Have a seat, fella. Let me talk to you real quick."
The doctor's in.
The doctor's in. So every time Brianna would come over after a One Tree Hill episode was done, I would pretend to like talk to her about it, and then she'd leave. I'd go get a recap from the episode from Dean or a couple of the other roommates, and they would tell me what happened in the episode, and that is how it went for. I think I just told her about a year ago that I've never really even watched an episode of One Tree Hill.
Relationship
What?
is built on lies, chaps.
A throne of lies.
Well, One Tree Hill night was like an event in our dorm room. Like we had 4
True.
rooms that each had TVs, and we'd have like 8 people come over, and like we'd all separate into our rooms, and like 2 people would join us per, because like there wasn't much seating room, so we'd like sit on a bed or a chair or something. And yeah, One Tree Hill, like the basketball girls came over for that. There was like 4 of them, and I had a couple friends that came over. It was like it was a night at the old 207 back in the day.
It was all girls that came over.
Yeah,
They're all girls. It was like our inn. All the girls would come over, watch Nathan Scott go, watch out with the basketball, and and watch Peyton. Is there a Peyton on that show?
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. The girl Peyton, car crash, something happened there, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm making a lot of stuff up right now.
Jesus.
That might have been the OC. I don't know.
No, that was Marissa. I know that car crash, okay? Don't test me with my OC knowledge, motherfucker. I know that OC. But yeah, it was a good time. That's how we got hello, ladies.
Oh, there you go, Val Venus. Yeah, I mean, listen, I got into One Tree Hill for the same
Trish
reason.
Stratus.
Chicks. And then when the chicks left, I was like, all right, I kind of like the show now, so just gonna ride this one out.
Cons, are you
I'm
too
like,
old for this?
I think so. I was gonna say that's like 20 years ago. I can't remember that far back, but
All the concussions.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I was watching back then. Maybe Deadwood. I don't know.
Beverly Hills 90210.
The original version.
No, the original. Melrose Place.
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek. Oh man.
Oh man, that's so good. There were some
Shout out
good
naming
shows.
a character Pacey. Pacey.
Josh
Joshua
Jackson,
Jackson.
a Vancouver
Yeah.
legend.
Josh Jackson. What a career. What a career.
Dawson Creek or 90210.
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's
Now
Creek.
210.
Ooh, I
My
will
cousin
go.
used to come babysit me, and we'd watch it. So I was into it. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Dawson's Creek. So I'm honest
All right,
with you.
Dean and Chaps versus Big O and Conzi. 90210, 100%. Gotta be.
There was Brendan and Dylan and
Tori
Tiffany
Spelling?
Amber Thiessen. Or no, it wasn't.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
was she on
Tiffany
that
Amber
show?
Thiessen. Yeah, she was. Yeah.
I
Wasn't
just
she?
wasn't Jason Priestley on that show?
Oh yeah, no, that is Jason Priestley. That was when he
Oh.
was at his peak. Brian Austin
Gotcha.
Green married Megan Fox later.
Kind of.
Who hasn't? Shout out MGK.
I
You
was,
see, like, you don't have the wholesome Katie Holmes who then got brainwashed into Scientology and kidnapped at some point. Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson, who he's played just every different kind of role that you can imagine, but he's just so good. James Vanderbeek, pretty sure that guy had some sort of career breakdown at some point. And I'm forgetting the other chick, Konzi. Who's the
Michelle
other chick that
Williams.
was
She
on?
won like an Oscar, man.
Oh, okay, there you go. That wasn't that Heath Ledger's girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Wife. There you go. See, she had it hard too. So I mean,
She was in
listen,
Venom and Venom.
A lot
2.
of trials and tribulations for that Dawson's Creek crew.
I was.
Here's a question. Oh, go ahead, Konzi. I was going to.
Oh, I was just going to give you my only 90210 story. I was trying to sign up for YouTube TV with a VPN, and it asked you for a US postal code, and the only one I could think of was 90210, and it worked. So
I wonder how many people use that one.
it has to be the go-to. Like nobody else can name another US postal code off the top of their heads.
People don't even know how many digits a zip code,
Zip.
not even a postal code, a zip code that are in the United States. So yeah, shout out to you, Konzi, using that noggin, outsmarting the VPNers, the YouTube TV peoples.
I know, just the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
And then
I
just
think
say
they use
touche.
it at a gas pump in the US too.
There you go. Dean, what were you gonna say, buddy?
Has anyone watched Pam and Tommy yet on Disney Plus Star?
Ooh.
Tonight's the night.
Oh, I watched
That's
it.
what
I
she
watched
said.
3 episodes.
Is it
Pretty
wonderful?
good. Seth Rogen.
Are there
Pretty
any?
good. I won't give
extra-
anything.
Is there any extracurricular activities in the
Yeah.
show?
This is
There are
as good
boobies,
as the
and-
other Pam and Tommy videos I've seen.
There are boobies and there are wieners, and I'm pretty sure they don't belong to the people that they are put on, but they are there.
Okay, so
Movies and wieners for everybody.
I got a question for Kanzi.
Yeah.
He'll appreciate this. Who was better? Oh, God.
Hold on here. Should I end the broadcast so we
No,
can
no.
just in case edit this out?
No. It's real. It's real. I'm having a real conversation with two grown men here.
Oh.
Pam and Tommy, or Pam and Brett Michaels?
Oh.
And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, then go on to
Here
Google
we
search.
go, Steelers. Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go, Steelers.
Ham is a-
Here we go.
both. I don't know.
I might have seen the Brett Michaels one first, but like Tommy's pretty much a full length film. So I mean,
Yeah. I don't.
it's good
yeah.
for an afternoon.
I don't. I mean, I don't watch
During
all
nap
of
time
them.
for the kiddies.
Yeah. Good
Reboot.
10 minutes tops is all you're getting.
Fair
I'm
enough.
back.
I'm done.
It's usually a beginning, middle, end type thing.
You say 10 minutes?
Well,
Is that what you said?
at best. Maybe if I'm like sleepy or
Wake up.
Clearly,
just
I'm doing
came-
something a
or
lot
just came
better.
home from indoor soccer and it's a little stinky. I don't know.
I guess I'm just got an easy trigger. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
long
10
time to
minutes
watch
is
stuff.
that's like burn territory, my friend.
He's trying to start a fire.
You're wrapping it in sandpaper?
So wait, hold on a second. So based on that information, in the summertime, Kanzi's not allowed to relieve himself because of all the fire bans that are out there in BC.
He
for
fucking
the summer.
started the fucking fires, probably, man.
This just in.
I just
Fire
need some
started.
alone time.
Lying out in the
John?
tall grass?
Don't go in the tall grass.
Oh, mercy.
Whew.
That was Jurassic Park 2, just so you guys know.
Yeah, that's when they're on the Lost Island.
That's right.
The
Lost World.
Velociraptors are just murking people.
Totally.
I would like. They should make a horror movie out of like Jurassic Park, where it's actually kind of like scary. That'd be dope. They dicked around with that in the last one, where the thing was like in the house and like gonna eat the little girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, eat that chick. Yeah, eat her. But she didn't get eaten.
You sound like a director. All right. I'm excited for Jurassic Park.
Is that
Dominion.
Ray J?
Can't wait for Chaps to do the write up on this one. It's like sex tapes talk,
Oh, yeah.
miscellaneous, various.
Well, what's the best sex tape overall? The number one.
Ooh, that's a good.
I haven't
that's a good
seen
one,
any
man.
of them, so I'm out of this
Uh-oh.
one.
That's the most disappointing thing I've ever heard.
Think of the ones
Yeah.
I've seen, though.
So I mean, Ray J, Kim K is. It's in the
I don't
top
We know.
two.
I don't like Kim Kardashian, though. She just doesn't
You
do
like
it
this
for me.
version of her? I'm
She
living.
doesn't
That's all
do
I'm
it for
saying.
me.
Okay, well,
She's not starting any fires.
you need the old blue pill to get some help with that one.
That's funny. I think that's number one. I mean, legally distributed, by the way. That's number one, probably. Gotta be.
I gotta think the Pam and Tommy one made more money though.
Oh yeah, because that's back when those DVDs were slanging.
I mean, not DVDs.
Or
like,
No, we're
VHS,
talking VHS, player.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Watch
mean,
the
and
show.
that's what we're gonna see, right? Like the whole breakdown of that is crazy. I mean, Kim K and Ray J, you're sold to websites at that point, right? I think it's like Wicked,
Paris
bought
Hilton.
them. Yeah,
Vivid.
Vivid. Wicked is a whole other style of videos, but yeah, Paris Hilton's probably another one. That's a really good one, actually.
Do you ever get duped when you're younger, like trying to look up a sex tape for your favorite celebrity, and it's just like some porn star that they Photoshop the face onto?
Trish
It's like,
Stratus. Trish Stratus. All the
Yeah,
time.
Trish Stratus is a big one. Or when you went to download a video and it ended up being porn instead of what you were hoping for via LimeWire.
oh yeah, the
What
live
about-
ones. Yeah.
What about just LimeWire in general on your freaking computers, just causing chaos?
Yeah.
Just like straight chaos.
went to download like an album, and all of a sudden it's like the same song on replay with DJ Envy on the ones and twos. Like, I can't use this on my CD Walkman. Fuck out of here.
So true.
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
illegal streaming. It was a good time.
Well, now listen. Actually, I got a question for you, chaps. Are we pulling our podcast off Spotify, like all these musicians right now?
Yeah, we're so big that it's gonna affect the bottom line push.
Are we part of the exodus that is happening on Spotify as we speak?
Cost them $4 billion. I
That's
mean,
crazy,
that's how much
right?
it cost them. Yeah. Now, listen,
Yeah.
I stand up for, like, they're standing up for what they believe in. Cool. If it was the other way, I wouldn't say cool, but at least they're standing up for what they believe in, right? Dean's either getting murdered or something, and yeah. So I think it's neat to see, but quite honestly, this is the truth. Joe Rogan is such a monster that unless he's spewing like racist jibber jabber or whatever the fuck, you want him on your platform. That guy gets like 250 million downloads a month. Like, you
Yeah.
want that.
We're getting there, fellas. We're getting there.
But here's the thing about Joe, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Joe
Fine.
Rogan's not like this evil monster that everyone seems to like make him out to be. He's
No, he's just-
had one topic about things that, because it's like the hot topic of stuff, that he's being murdered for, and rightfully so. He's had some pretty not great opinions on it, but historically, his platform that allowed him to land the $100 million deal at Spotify was because he often had both sides of major issues speak, whether it was Bernie Sanders or I can't remember the other Democratic nominee going into like one of the primaries, whether it was Jack Dorsey from Twitter. And he, I mean, laid into Jack 2 times on the podcast about the sketchiness of Twitter. I mean, he had a vaccine guy on there 2 years ago. Joe Rogan's pro-vaccine. He's not pro-COVID-19 vaccine. And he said that if he was 27 years old and healthy, he wouldn't recommend someone getting it. But I mean, you knew Joe Rogan had guys like Alex Jones come on the podcast. None of what's happening now is brand new. It's not anything to say, hey, all of a sudden, oh, we didn't know what we were getting into. Bullshit. You knew what you're getting into. You knew him. And listen, if Joni Mitchell wants to pull her fucking classic tracks off of Spotify, I'm sure the platform will be okay.
Nobody wants to touch this.
Wow.
I don't listen to the guys who have left, so I'm gooch.
Yeah.
And I don't
That
listen
is
to Joe Rogan either. So
Yes.
I know I like to rock. And they need Spotify to make money. So those other people, Neil Young, he'll be okay. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
He's like 80 and he doesn't, I'm sure he's got enough shekels in the old bank account. So he'll be all right.
I didn't notice, but my playlist changed, so I must be all right.
It's inconsequential for the big D and Konzi.
Oh, I don't listen to any of those people either. I mean, like, it doesn't affect me at all. It is hilarious though, talking about the vaccine thing, how like 2 years ago, people are so stupid. Like the government's not out trying to get you. Vaccines are safe, yada yada yada. Fast forward, oh, mandates happen. Oh my god, vaccines suck. That's like the 180 he did, which is probably one of the funnier things. Anyways, it's getting to an hour and 10 minutes. We got to get out of here. 8:30. It is Friday, so that means it's 11:30 on the East Coast. So let's start. You know what? I'll start it. Thank you, everyone, for downloading us for the last year. It's been an honor, a privilege to grace your headphones, your car stereo, or whatever you're doing each week. We appreciate the love and we appreciate the support. And we, it's funny. We always say this every couple months, but and we generally don't follow through. But I think. We do have some big things planned with these new sponsors. Again, this podcast is brought to you by Costless Liquor, costlessliquor.ca, 2256 Vance Road. Is that right, Big O? I think so, in Prince George, British Columbia. So again, guys, we appreciate all the love and support. And like I said, with these new sponsors, guys, there's going to be a lot of interesting, different takes on stuff that this is going to allow us to do. So we can't wait to continue, and let's let's go to the Big O next because I want to see who's going to close this episode between the two Shot Boys beneath us. So, Big O.
Listen, No Instructions Needed podcast still and forever will be available on Spotify, just in case you were wondering what our stance was. But yeah, no, listen, 52 episodes, 365 days, brotherhood. It has been tons of fun and no place to go but up and continue to grow. And listen, I'm just excited for episode 1 of year 2 and to see if we can still bring the same heat as we always do every week. And love you, boys. Hope you stay safe. And yeah, take it away, whoever wants to not close it out.
What? I'm on the other side of you, I think, or you're on the other side of me.
Kanzi, you want this or me?
Oh boy.
I don't care.
I'll go. I'll
you'll
go.
go,
You're
then I'll
the
close? I'll close.
yeah, because you haven't been here in like 6 months, so I'll
Yeah.
Are you close? Yeah, it's been quite the year. If you would have told me 10 years ago that I'd be spending my Friday nights talking to a bunch of dudes over video, I'd say that sounds pretty brutal, but it's something I genuinely look forward to every week and I have fun with it. And given our circumstances, it's one of the best uses of my time I can think of. Keeps me happy, keeps me sane. If I'm having a bad day, it brightens my spirits. Last week, for example, Lofa Tupu, I was having a bad day. I talked to him. I was feeling like $1 million after that. That was awesome. Check out that episode if you haven't. But yeah, I like what we have going. I love you boys. Julian, you're going to have to fly out here. You have probably about a 6 months window, or else I'll come get you myself. We have some big plans. Hopefully this COVID stuff dies down and we can all do some stuff together in person. Distance is never too great if you got love. Kanzi, take it away.
That was really good. Thanks, everybody. It's been a blast. No, just kidding. I won't let it off that easy. No, but honestly, yeah, big thank you to you guys first, chaps, for keeping us all together. All our guests over this year, Eddie Lack, Lufa, other people, Chef Trevor.
My boy Trader Main.
Trader Main. Yeah, Stripto Crypto dude. I love
Daniel
him.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if she liked us very much,
but and big thank you to all our sponsors and this episode's sponsor Costless Liquor Store.ca. If you're looking to get to them, that's them. But it's everybody that keeps us together and keeps us going, gives us stuff to talk about. And you, the little people, you're what makes this happen. And for little people like us, we're all together in this together anyway. So, I mean, we love you. I hope you enjoy listening to us a little bit. And I promise,
all in
this
this together.
So download those episodes in between my time on the show. And have a good night.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Me either.